Hello there. I hope you are doing well from wherever you're watching me from. Now, in our previous video, which you can able to find in the link above, we defined what a wave is. We looked at the classification of waves. So kindly, before we proceed with this video here, before we proceed with this lesson here, kindly watch that video so that you can able to know what a wave is. Now, today I want us to talk about how to describe a wave. If someone asks you to describe something, what comes to our mind is the appearance of that something. So we want to look at the terms which can help us understand the appearance of a wave. The terms include, so these terms include Now, for us to understand some of these terms here, we are going to use the term oscillation to help us understand a wave in terms of maybe motion or in terms of understanding these terms here. And for the case of oscillation, we are going to use a simple pendulum to help us demonstrate oscillation, which will in turn help us understand how to describe a wave. Now, if we consider this as a particle that is being disturbed by a wave in a given medium, this position where it is the mean position or the equilibrium position. This particle, for instance, right now is above. This particle can be displaced on either this side or this side. So if we disturb the particle, then the particle can move to and fro. Now, if you look at this particular point here, so you realize the particle, it reaches a maximum distance or displacement from the mean position. So the maximum displacement from the mean position, remember it is here, from the mean position is being displaced to the other side, either side from the mean position. So the displacement from either side from the equilibrium, that is what you are calling the amplitude of the wave or the oscillation. So amplitude is the maximum displacement of wave particles from their equilibrium position. Wavelength So we are defining a wave in the simplest definition that it is the distance traveled by a wave in a periodic time. We're going to understand what will be a periodic time from here. And then, or we can define simply as the distance between two successive crests or trough. One frequency, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, those are 5 oscillations, which we are calling oscillation here to mean the wave. So there are 5 waves. Now, if you want to know the number of those waves, the number of complete waves within 1 second, that is the frequency of that. So we are defining frequency as the number of complete oscillations per unit time of a point in a wave. Now speed is defined as the speed is defined as the distance covered by a wave per unit time. You can start. Then stop. I can start, then stop. So for what I'm getting here is that it takes 1.40 seconds to move and come back to take one complete oscillation. The best way always to get this time is to repeat, maybe to take, let's say, 5 oscillations on the memory side. So for 5 oscillation, so this was 1.40 seconds. Then let's say we want to take for 5. So 5 oscillations. So you can start 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now for 5 oscillations, we have 6.03 seconds. That means for one oscillation, we divide by 5. This will be 6.03 divided by 5. I get 1.21 seconds. 1.21. Now this time here, 1.21 seconds, is what is called the time period. Now, time period is the time taken to make one complete oscillation. So the next one is the phase difference. Now, the term phase difference, so before we look at the phase difference, what is a phase? A phase is the stage So a phase is just a stage an oscillation has reached in its side. Therefore, phase difference is just the differences in phase for particles which are oscillating. Now that is the phase difference. The next term which you can able to use to describe a wave is so we are looking at, we are defining intensity of a wave as the rate of energy transmitted per unit area, which is perpendicular to the wave velocity. Now, these are the terms which are commonly used to describe a wave. In summary, I want us to look at the units and the symbols of these terms. So thank you for watching. I hope now you understand the terms that I used to describe a wave. Some of these terms, like intensity and phase, we will be able to look at them in details in our next video. Thank you and stay safe.